Well, boys and girls, I've got a story to tell. Of a time and a place you may not know well. For my wife and I had lived in the mountains back when. And sometimes I wished we lived there again. But this tale that I'm about to tell you, it comes from a time when there was a great deluge. And we had taken to rescue these people who had driven into a creek and couldn't get home because the river was too deep. I don't know, I'm just saying. Anyway, this is a story about how my wife and I rescued a lot of people. Well, we rescued this family of 3 that they'd driven their car into a river, and it flash flooded right when we were in town dropping them off where they needed to go. And by the time we got to try and get back home, the whole mountainside had washed down. And the town of Pilot Rock was flooded. And we ended up going through a sorting yard, going all the way around the mountain, trying to get down it in 15 different ways, getting stuck at the top. It's crazy. But finally we hiked up 9 miles in the middle of a disaster area, her and I. And she almost died once, but she was a trooper about it, and she kept pushing along with me, which made me really proud of her. And yeah, anyway, so I'm going to put the little pictures of our adventures up there. Obviously, the good parts aren't going to be on film. I had to build a bridge at one point, so for all you Greenpeace hippies that don't like people cutting trees, I cut a couple of birch trees, and they grow up so friggin' fast. It's like, yeah, they're like grass. A big tree. It takes about 5 years to make a tree that's big enough that you could use it for lumber. So yeah, it's a real fast growing tree. Anyway, just the highlights basically. We went up there and I brought medical bags and everything just in case we ran into somebody that was stranded or needed help, but didn't end up finding anybody. So yeah.
This is downtown Pilot Rock right now. We made the mistake of coming down for groceries and now we're stuck. So this is good fun. Over here, that's by the elementary school. And that used to be just one single small creek right along the guardrails. They go under there, it's completely flooded out. Then you go over here. I don't know how well you can see it, but that over there is downtown. Sandbagged it and everything, but water's still coming on strong.
Hey, look at me. It's my beautiful wife in the sunset and our little puppy too. Oh my God, I gotta get back a little. If I can get back any further, look, I can't get the sunset and you and Poppy, so you're gonna have to get back, like lean your chair back so you can get all 3. There we go. I got you all. Look at our majestic dog and my beautiful wife in the sunset. There's nothing more important and beautiful in the whole world. Look at the sunset. Now there's a really beautiful picture right here. Love you.
Love you too.
Lipstick, butt wife, clearing our dirty bridge path with her fine ass. I love her though. She's amazing, and I'd be helping her, but I tore a muscle in my back, so this apocalypse is starting off kind of shitty. Love you. Here's the whole family and some flowers and my baby. There's my other baby. There's me. You don't want to see me though. The world's taking itself back. I'm gonna flip this around if I can. Oh, never mind. Here you go. Look at that. All the people that matter to me, and our dog's people too, so we'll just call that. The world's taking itself back. It's crazy. Hopefully it's just bad people that get, dealt with, but I like this life. It's a good start, good new start, even though it's still kind of a shitty one. Well, we named a spot called Rissy's Crossing. Almost lost my wife, but she's a trooper. Good thing she put the rope on, huh?
Yeah.
All right, look at yourself now. Turn around.
Alright.
My wonderful camera woman.
Hi, I'm
Still
freezing.
alive. Well, we got past Rissy's Crossing, and then right down here, if you look, we found ourselves a little nature-made footbridge. A couple of logs fell together.
Cross that.
Meanwhile, look at that. Smooth sailing the rest of the way up. We might as well get to hoofing it. Love y'all. Wish you to come along, but you're a little old. All right. We're making it. Look at us, nothing but smooth sailing. We're about a mile from where our camp used to be. So far, I ain't run across nobody that needed aid. But everything's looking all right. There's a couple of washout spots we'll get video of on the way down if we don't take the other way out. But I'm gonna try and document all of them, at least on a map, so that I can inform somebody and help some people out if they're stuck up here and I didn't find them. Here's the lovely wifey. Again, we're almost home. Woo! But I haven't seen the van yet, so we might be all right. We're going to higher ground. Big ass rock slide though. Glad we weren't there for that. I'm gonna go check the edge. The final stretch. I'm finding bits and pieces of shit, so I'm not holding out much hope, but stranger shit's happened. Here's the wife. What do you think?
I think that the van might be there, but it'll be pretty damn damaged, but everything we had outside kaput.
It's about what I'm hoping. Hope for the best. Here.
We'll make it, baby, no matter what.
That's how you make a bridge. Yeah. All right. Let's take a little break. Well, I don't like the sound of my whiny ass voice as I give this little speech. But anyway, we got back to our place, ended up being able to sleep in our own bed, and the food was good in the pantry still. But yeah, friggin', I had my flamethrower was in an 8-foot trench and didn't get washed down river, but it was pretty close. But it was weird because the back of our van looked like the front tires were under all this silt, but the back tires looked like somebody lifted it up and swung it around so that it wasn't in the 8-foot trench that was splitting our campsite in half at that point. Because if the van would have stayed right where it was, it would have tipped over into that trench. But it was weird. It's like almost somebody picked it up and moved it around for us. And that the really weird part is that the back tires were not buried in silt. And this is a 2-ton van that's a lot heavier than the ass end. But yeah, crazy. One might even say a miracle. Hello. Yeah, this is me trying to call in and talk to this family of Bigfoot we lived with. There was 3 of them, but that's a long story. I'll post something about it later probably, but I think you might be able to see the youngest one off in the distance a little bit, but between them trees. But yeah, anyway, that's just me trying to call our recent neighbors, but they weren't around.
He's none too happy. He looks scared.
Okay, this is a bit complicated for my craziness, but I found this old tiki torch that we used for most of our light and bug citronella candle, and I called it Ma Tiki. But yeah, that was me trying to light it, but basically setting our campfire on fire. It worked out though.
Thank you for keeping our home safe.
Yep.
Yeah, don't try this at home or some other dumb shit.
Our dam we made so we could get our little car down. And you know something? Both it and our home and us weathered the storm.
And this is us driving out. I was rattling off some dumb shit, so I redacted it. Besides, I was being caught up in the moment, and you really don't want to hear the bullshit coming out of my mouth anyway. Yeah, but that's the little mountainside on the way by. I had to drive because the wifey wasn't confident with the cliffs. Always seek adventure because there's never enough money. Friends are fickle, and time is short, and you never know how short. Don't be a slave, because I tell you what, if you only had a week left to live, you probably wouldn't sell me an hour of that time for any price, let alone minimum wage. You certainly wouldn't sell your whole life down the toilet for a pittance. So, yeah, just things to think on. Go for the adventure. It's what I've always done, and I've had a pretty extraordinary life. I'll tell you some more stories later.